Yes, here we go. We've got Ross Wallace. I've got you down here as the third best looking Dundonian we've ever had on.
Who's first?
Cardine.
Nah,
Do you want to know who's singing? Charlie Adams.
I'm going to say that.
Brilliant. If anyone's wondering why there'll be a bit of needle between me and you, it's because my scheme used to batter his scheme.
Young Hardler Pirates, was it?
Pirates. Your mum and dad still there, huh?
Still there,
It was quite a rough scheme, wasn't it, growing up?
It was quite a rough scheme, but that's what made you, wasn't it? Going out and smashing the ball against the shop windies and that.
Sad to see it's not happening anymore, mate.
It's not happening anymore.
I need to give a shout out to your big brother Mark, who was a psychopath. How's he getting on?
I think that was the making of me.
What, your big brother? How come it toughened you up?
Toughened me up, but I was just going to play with him and his mates. And they used to just kick lumps at me all the time in the park, but toughened me up. And
then Celtic picked you up, an old screwball for Dundee, Sean Smith.
Yeah, Sean Smith, he was a 70-year-old man climbing trees and trying to get the balls in that back, but that was the making of me, it was the making of you as well, wasn't it? You were in there.
Where did he see you played? At Dundee West?
Dundee, I played Dundee West, and then there was no scouts game, they were all shite. Just played with all your mates, and then I had to go and play for Dundee United Social Club. Because Charlie Adams, the old man, that was the manager.
Right.
And that's where all the scouts went. So my dad was like, come on, let's go to the other side, go and play for them. He'd already asked me to come over and play for them.
Was Charlie a good player back then?
Charlie was good,
What, just good left foot?
Just brilliant, just that left peg, just what he's doing now, you know what I mean? Just banging them in.
His dad was a bit of a madman too, wasn't he?
His dad was a madman, but he always took it out on Charlie, to be fair. I think he had high hopes for Charlie to start off with. He used to just, Charlie used to try like rub owners and all that, and he used to just cut them round the ear back of training.
I remember his dad, man, he was a scary big guy, wasn't he?
He was a scary big guy.
But a lovely guy as well, eh?
Lovely man. He wasn't even the manager, I think he was just a coach.
Right.
But he used to just come in and take all the tactics to tell us what to do and that.
Brilliant. And then Sean, you went into training with Celtic in Dundee, so who was there? Mark Fotheringham and that?
Mark Fotheringham, then it was me, Graham Fife.
Remember Fife,
yeah.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, it's the missus.
Right, well, see when you look back, like, obviously it was me, you, Michael Gardine, Gary Fraser, Mark Fotheringham, and the old guy who was like 75-year-old taking us. See when you look back, like, what do you think was so good about his coaching?
Well, I would say, because he only took a select, because at Celtic, you're not going to have 20 guys to go and train with Celtic, is there?
No.
So he just picked like 4, 5, 6 players who he thought he can go through to Glasgow. And we just worked on one-on-one stuff all the time, wasn't it? You done it as well. Just crossing balls in, loads of shooting, loads of passing. Just one-on-one training. And then obviously we travel through to meet the Glasgow boys on Friday to your big 11v11s and stuff.
See the Dundee thing, it was wild, wasn't it? Like, I was only 11-year-old and you were like 15, you were like smashing me a bit, man.
Yeah, wonder. You were good players. Had to try to chase us a bit. You were trying nutmegs and that. I was like, more like these to take the mick out of me.
I remember you and Michael Gardine used to kick fuck at each other, didn't you?
Nah, it got feisty. Because we used to do 3v3s.
In a tight area.
In a wee tight area, and it was scissor tackles everywhere, wasn't it? Just munching each other, but...
Brilliant, man. And then you went through to Glasgow. Who were some of the players that you came through in the young Celtic teams?
Well, obviously I went through, I think Midge came through in my era, yeah. It was a wee Midge. Paul Lawson, Sean Maloney, they were the Aberdeen boys. So we came through straight into the digs. And I struggled, to be fair, that first 2 weeks I hated it.
Did you, huh?
I absolutely hated it.
How come?
Just, away from home, you know what I mean? That was the first time away from home. First 2 weeks I was just like, nah, I'm not having it.
We're going to chuck it like?
Yeah, then I'll just go back to Dundee, yeah. I didn't like it at all. I just struggled away from home. So I was like, went back and I had a good game. I think we played one of the youth team games and it was Willie McStay. I had a good game and then just eventually meeting all the lads, meeting new people. I just absolutely crumbled when I first went through.
Yeah. Wow. Talk us through the digs though, because you and Midge and Fraser with that wee boy used to stay in the dig. He used to slide tackle him and all that.
But Midge was a mentor. I used to be in the living room, the wee futsal ball and that wee Midge is like, the wee guy's like 6. And he's like scissor tackle him knee height and that. Midge comes through the back of him again, back of the couch.
Did Fraser not one of the boys with DVDs and watch it as well? Christmas present?
Oh, I remember Midge was like, you can't do that. Fraser's like, I wonder what DVD it is. Wee boy's Christmas present. Just opens it up and just sticks it in. It must have been like Miracle on 34th Street or something. Just, and we also started watching it.
Did the Diggs mum and dad not go mad at you now?
They did, but to be fair, I think we were quite timid compared to the lads that had him before.
Who was that before that?
Because obviously I had like Miller, Mickey Doyle, all the Irish
so
boys.
Liam Miller, Michael Doyle, they were wild as well, weren't they?
They were all nuts. So I think we were quite tame compared to what they were like. Some of the stuff, there's even other stuff I can't even say.
Oh, go on, you can say they're fine.
No, I can't say some of this. They were just nuts, like.
Could you be bothered with them now?
What?
Could you be bothered with them?
Nah, after a while I was like, I need to go here, these two are too nuts.
They were.
I remember looking, so I'd be sitting having my dinner here, and the kitchen was there. Did you ever in there?
I used to come up a couple of times,
So I'm sitting eating my dinner like that, and Midge has finished his dinner, he's put his plate in, he's in the kitchen, and the Diggs woman's, the living room's there, and they can't see him in the kitchen, and I'm sitting eating my dinner, and I look across, a wee Midge just curling in it in the kitchen. Like, I'm sitting like that. I'm tucking it in my lasagna, and I could hear, Roscoe. And I just turned round there, and he's like, he's curling in it in the kitchen. I was like, that was the end. That was the end of me. I'm like, I've had enough.
Oh, did you move in with your bird after that?
No. I moved, I went into a flat, and this is like, I was like,
oh, what a man, Midge Gardyne, man. You mentioned him as well. I wanted to ask you about Liam Miller, because you were tight with him, weren't you?
I was a tight, but obviously when we went to Sheff, and obviously later on when I moved to Sunderland, I ended up got a bit tighter with him, but some of the stuff was Miller at Sunderland, that was...
Right, we'll come to that then, but just as a guy, he was a top man, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was top man. Absolutely
what
brilliant.
Player as well,
Some injury and that, it's just like, usually you run out with yo-yo test and that, didn't he?
The bloop test and that,
He was some player, like, and once he got in, he was absolutely flying.
See, in that reserve team, I always remember your reserve team, is there no like fights every day, man? Like Jim Goodwin, who you're playing with now, and...
Big Goody, Miller, like Mickey Doyle was a maniac as well.
Mickey Doyle, he played like Sheffield United, that Mickey Doyle, I played him against him down south, he horrible, wasn't he?
Oh, he'd 2-foot you and not even bat an eyelid. They were, that training was nuts.
Who was it, Kenny McDowell?
Kenny McDowell, it was my first year I came through, it was with Willie McStay, which was, that first year in the youth team was probably enjoyed it the best.
What did you enjoy so much about it?
Just the lads now. I remember like getting the bus down to the Glasgow Green we used to train. It was just like a Venga bus bouncing down to Glasgow Green going to training, you know what I mean? The dance tunes were on. Big Rab, remember Rab?
Rab, the fitness guy,
the bus, the fitness guy. Sit at the traffic lights and then obviously big Prunty take it out of gear. And then go, and the other lads like, dance music on, I swear, it just bounced out of Glasgow Green. It was brilliant. Guys hanging off the back of a minibus all the way down to Glasgow Green. And
you say they were the best days?
That was brilliant.
Was it Chrissy McCormick horse? Remember him?
Big horse,
He was scary, man.
He was scary. He used to just munch into people.
Your team was the scariest team. Like we were younger boys than you, and we were shit scared of you,
Horse.
How come you used to fight all the time?
I don't know. We had a pure angry team, didn't we?
It was an angry team,
I don't know. I probably just knew you boys were coming up and they're going to take their place.
What about Tommy Burns? How was he for you as a young kid?
Tommy was class. Absolutely brilliant. But I think he had more of a shine for your team, didn't he? For Aidan and Charlie and all that sort of group. But no, he was brilliant. I remember one time because Sundays we used to drive back to Dundee, but there was no trains on. And he drove us from Glasgow all the way back to Dundee, dropped us off at our houses, and then he drove home again.
No way.
Yeah.
What, because you just couldn't get him on the train, he would drive us up?
He drove us home, all the way to Dundee, dropped us off at our mum and dad's, and then he drove all the way back.
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it?
That sums him up with that. He was just brilliant like that, but he was dead funny. Some of the one-liners and that for him.
Tremendous, isn't it? What about Kenny McDowell? Any ruthless stories about him? Because I was scared of Kenny as well, man.
I was scared of Kenny,
Did you just need to do the roar on a Friday?
Nah, I never done the roar.
You had to do it on a Friday, mate. You had to do 300 metres in a minute, and then you had to do 600 metres in 2 minutes 15, and then you had to do 600 metres in 5 minutes. If you didn't do it,
I'm not doing that.
But he was ruthless though, Kenny, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was perfect for getting you ready for men's football though,
Because I went on the first year that I moved through the changing room. You remember at Barfield, the two changing rooms. So I got moved into the other changing room after the first year into the 21s. Like wee big goodie in that dressing room. You had to step up, but that prepared me for going into the first team, you know what I mean? Because they boys were just smashing the back of you. You had to be on your game like in training.
Every day, Right, mate, and then you get into the first team. We've had so many guests for that era that said first team players were absolutely ruthless, man. Was it similar to yourself?
Yeah, it was, to be fair.
Can you remember the first time that you thought, this is fucking too much?
I remember, because a few boys used to get dragged up for training, didn't they?
The old shit used to go up and tell you were the first team.
Yeah, like be the first team. Jesus. And you see all the first team, the cars pulling up, and then all the big boys getting out, Larsson, Sutton and all them, Martin O'Neill era coming out. You're like, oh no, here we go, training. And then it was just like, straight on it.
Was it? Like a World Cup final?
I thought it was all laughing a joke to start with, and I was like, this is class. Oh, wee boxes and that. And as soon as I went into 7v7s, bang, bang, had to be on it. Couldn't even take a touch, big Bobo coming down the back, big rugby studs on and that.
So you would just smash all the young boys as well, Bobo?
Bobo was just, he wouldn't even care. Everybody just stayed away from him.
What about if you gave the ball away in that?
They'd be on you.
Who the most? Lenny wasn't too bad. Yeah, he was on you. Lambo was on you. Lambert was he?
Lambo was on you. Because playing me balls in the corner and that, and you like, if you're coming in the pocket, like he was trying to bounce it off you. If you gave it away, like, get hold of the ball. But you're just a little kid, aren't you? Sometimes I've seen boys' arses go. Like,
what crumble? Yeah. You think back then that was the test? If you could handle that mentally, you'd have a chance of making it. But if you couldn't, there was no chance.
I think so. Definitely. But
what about big time shouts? Any of them ever gave you any big time shouts?
Nah, never gave me any big time shouts. But I remember I done a bit in the paper, and somebody asked me, "Oh, what was your favourite player or something?" And I was like, "Oh, I used to love watching Ryan Giggs when I was a player." And it came up in the paper, Wallace's favourite player wants to be like Giggs or something. I never says if we want to be like Big Sutty in the morning, and he's like, come wandering in, or you're trying to do the boots and that, you come in and go, Ryan Giggs, are you? I was like, oh, fuck. And then he just slaughtered you for 10 minutes.
Oh, brilliant, man. What about Martin O'Neill? What was the early days like with him? Were you shit scared of him as well?
I think everybody was really. Not the older boys like, but I think all the younger boys, just remember he used to come up and go, remember the old 50 seconds round the goal, just make it up as he was going.
What would he say, just run there and then run there?
So we did the training and that, and then all the young boys and the boys that wouldn't be playing, he'd just go, right, come over here, and then just like, there'd be like a random goal just in the middle. Sprint round that as fast as you can, but he wouldn't give you time. And then obviously we sussed it out in the end, so all the lads would take off the early doors, date in like 45 seconds or something. And then you go, right, 40 seconds, 5 more. But obviously later on, everybody thought, right, the first in, 55.
So take your time on the first day.
The first day, So we got sussed out in the end.
Would he go mad at people in training at Martin O'Neill, or was he quite quiet?
Quite quiet, I think he just trusted, he had his team, did he? Like the team just picked itself, and all the rest just filled in round about that, really, did they?
Was that no annoying to him? Like, no matter how well you done in training, you would never really have a chance of getting in the team?
It was annoying, but they were so good, you know what I mean? It was a brilliant team.
Who was the best?
They were all good. Petrov, Lambert, Sutton. They all just played well together, didn't they? But I thought Lambo was brilliant.
Paul Lambert, so did him. I thought he was tremendous.
Well, everybody thinks he's brilliant, but when you were playing with him, just like, I thought he was class. Like, he was proper world class, him and Henrik.
But see, that the young boys like Colin Healy and that, would you not get like tore right into them?
Well, I was a winger. I just stayed wide. Took on somebody like Gups or something, you know what I mean?
Go on the weak one,
So I was just picking somebody, right, I can get past it and I'll stay on him.
But was it Martin O'Neill's told you not to tackle or something and Healy smashed somebody and he played the next day?
Colin Healy, he was just smashing into people. But remember Fozzie, Mark Follen?
I
remember him. He got drafted in today by training and he absolutely munched Tomo.
Did he?
Absolutely munched him in training. But you know what Fozzie's like?
Doesn't care.
Doesn't care, innit? He just thinks, right, I'm going to show you. Which is a good attitude, but at the same time, you have to show these lads a bit of respect, a wee bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
he was like, nah, nailed Tomo. Two of them fell to the floor. Fucking Tomo gets up, gets him by the throat. Fucking, you do that again. I was just sitting there like, fucking hell.
Did Fozzie give
In
him
my
a bit
mind,
back,
I was like, fair play to you, like. But then I was thinking,
did Fozzie no meg one of them as well and call it?
was it Henrik? No.
No.
Must have been Lenny or something. It was one of the big boys in the box, is there? Megs. With stupid Dundee accent. Yeah, I just went, Megs.
What did it?
I don't think the first team boys liked Fozzie. But, no, he was one of the characters, Fozzie. He would just play like he was in the park, would he? With his mates.
Brilliant, man. You were a left winger, as you said, and I know for a fact John Robertson absolutely loved you, didn't he? You were his boy, man.
Yeah, that was my breakthrough. That was how I got into the first team, basically.
What, did he just see you playing for the youths and that was?
He must have just came and watched me in the youths, because I was a pure out-and-out winger. Playing for the youth team, Resi's. He must have saw something in him that I was, because I was never as good as him, but
yeah,
he obviously he was world class, but he must have saw something. I like to get crosses in, well, like a proper winger. I don't know, I think he kind of took a shine to me, and that was my way in the first team, you know what I mean?
Would he ever pull you aside in that and say to you?
Not really. He used to join in and training, Robbo, didn't he?
He was good, wasn't he?
He was good, Still had it, smoking 50 fags a day.
And what about Walford? Walford was funny as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he was funny, remember Ross standing at training, he's throwing out the bibs. And obviously Martin used to come up last, didn't he? He'd come up with the dock. And obviously he's seeing the car pulling up, the dock's car, and then Wallace must have seen him. He just starts throwing out bibs. Right, here's Martin, just kid on, we know what we're doing. Just started throwing the bibs out.
It's mad how that team was so successful, but it was kind of like that, wasn't it? It was just like, fucking going there.
Yeah, there was no shape or nothing. There was obviously a wee bit of shape in that, but they're all world-class players, you know what I mean? They all knew what they were doing, they knew their part in the team. They were for a different class, to be fair. And
you obviously left winger. Alan Thompson was playing ahead of you, such a big figure at the club. Did it feel like a major task to displace him?
Yeah, it was to be fair.
How was Tomo? Were you a guy who was trying to take his position? Was he alright, or could he be?
Yeah, Tomo was grand with me,
Was he?
He was brilliant. So give me tips and stuff, not really, just to say little stuff here and there. They didn't really speak to you that much, that team, did they, that squad? They wouldn't really pull young boys aside. You sort of just watched them, didn't you, and just sort of tried to fit in, obviously try and get as many games as you can, but obviously with that team, like I say, it just picked itself, didn't it?
Did any of them do your gear? Was it some of the young boys that Tomo and Lenny done their gear? Was it Tony McParlin?
It was Tony, he used to love his gear, Tony, didn't he?
What, did they just chop it up?
How they used to do it all the time, But remember Midge had Bobo's trainers or something, didn't he?
Midge Gardine again,
pick on the biggest guy in the dressing room, you know what I mean? Midge, I think he had his trainers or something, or he done something. And Bobo, obviously Midge was standing at the door and Bobo must have said something. And Midge just said something cheeky back. Bobo's just chased him right through the tunnel at Celtic Park, chased him all the way around the bit. Bobo couldn't get near him because Midge was quite sharp, wasn't he? Just bobbing and weaving.
What was Midge thinking at Celtic, man? It was a constant carry on for a minute.
Constant carry on, I can't remember. At some point I was like, Midge, you're a good player, right?
You're a good player, mate.
I was like, you're a good player, you need to stop all this rubbish. You need to cut it out. He was doing mental stuff.
Remember he used to do warm-ups to the first team, it was Larsson, he'd be like, I'm the fucking best player at this club.
Yeah, but I think he done that to protect himself. I think he was a bit nervous coming up with the first team and that, and he just sort of tried to be like that. He 2-foot the balls in training and all that. And they just everywhere.
Some man. Just on Larsson, mate, he wasn't known for being as ruthless as other ones, but what was your experiences with him?
He was class, and you say that, but remember the young v old games? We used to do them, and he scored this goal in training, and everybody just started clapping. It was that good. Chested it, somebody came in, he's dinked it over, and I swear to God, he's at an angle like Van Basten, and he's just dinked a wee half volley, and it's just went overhead, man, right at the far stanch. And everybody's just looking at each other like that.
Wow.
That's just a joke. He was.
See for how good they all were, Lambert, Sutton and Hartson was Larsson a different level.
Nah. And everybody knew it as well, didn't they?
We know how to tackle him.
Nobody wanted to get him injured because he kept scoring other goals, didn't he? But Big Kendo was good against him.
Would Kendo smash him,
Kendo, remember they two were having a wee bit. Kendo used to get stuck into him.
Did
Kendo was class.
John Kennedy. Him and Sutton used to have a go as well, didn't they?
Big John, he didn't mess about. Like, he was a rock in our young VO, didn't he? He was like, you need to help us, because he like used to go and smash, because nobody would smash anybody, would they? But Big John, he was the man to do it. Like, Henrik didn't like playing against him, because Big John used to get the better of him a few times, to be fair.
Did he? John Kennedy could have went right to the top.
100%. He was different class. Big Kendo. So quick, like, could turn, can shift. Left foot, right foot, diags. I thought he was brilliant. He would have went on big money.
Oh, that's rubbish, isn't it?
I know.
See, Larsson, did he ever give like, any wee bits of advice on it, or would he speak to you?
He just sort of came in, the old snooze on it.
Chilled.
After training, just chilled out. But I remember he absolutely binged me in Barcelona. Because we travelled with the squad, the day of training the night before. We done like 7 asides, and I think I got played in. I tried to cut it back for somebody else, and Henrik should have cut it back for him. And he absolutely gave me a wrath.
Did he? Saying what?
Just like, fucking cut it back. Like, I don't know, I was just like, that's the first time I've ever seen him lose it. I was just like, cheers mate.
Did he say sorry after that?
Nah. This is what it is, and he probably forgot about it.
But see, if he done something well, would he say like, well done in that?
Yeah.
Would he?
Yeah, he was class.
What a guy. You featured 14 times in the season, Celtic ran away with the league, Scottish Cup, 2003-2004. What was it like to play on that side, even though you were only coming on here and there? Still brilliant,
Yeah, it was class.
Was it easy, Wallace? See, because you were winning all the time, was it easier to come on and play?
It wasn't easy, but usually 2-3 up, weren't you? So it was just like the old 21 rule, you were on the bench, weren't you? Under 21s had to be on the bench, and I used to obviously just get chucked on. Martin used to just, before you go on, up on the left, hang wide, don't come back, just stay up there.
I said 3 minutes.
Oh, I was like, brilliant, perfect. You just stay out there. Just all teams would be knackered, fullback would be absolutely done in. You know, he's been chasing Didi Regatta or something all night, and then Abs came on, little nippy winger. And that was it. Perfect, I loved it.
He came on with half an hour to go in the 2004 Scottish Cup final as well. Do you expect to come on in that game?
Nah, was that...
It was 3-1. Celtic want to win 3-1.
Yeah, I remember that game. I came on that game. Lee Bullen was playing right back that game, and he was my assistant manager at Sheffield Wednesday. And he gave away, obviously I set up Petrov for the goal, but Didier's crossed it in, and Bully's he's running thinking it's going to go out, and it's smacked off the back of his head, didn't it? It landed to me in the box, and I just passed it to Petrov, and he scored. I was giving him pelters at Sheffield Wednesday for he was saying to me, "Oh, I marked you at the game," and that, like, you didn't even get a sniff when I came on, and I was like, "Right, I'll show you my gold. I'll bring my gold medal in and show you, and you show me your silver in."
But did that's amazing for Martin O'Neill putting you on in the Scottish Cup final. Like, did you expect to be going on that game?
Nah.
Or did you just get the call?
I've just got the call. You're going on. Anywhere. Can't remember who came off. I think it was Piro. Maybe Piro was playing on the left. Just went, likes to just stay high and wide and just let them defend and then just get the ball out to you. And then I think Henrik scored, didn't he? And then
Amazing.
Obviously 2-1, and then you could tell on the pitch, then it's just started to calm down, started to pass, and then obviously we got the third in, and it was just, they would shoot you in for there.
That season saw more opportunities as well. 2004-2005, you scored a hat-trick against Falkirk in the League Cup. Was Martin O'Neill buzzing off you by that point?
Yeah, it was. To be fair, we're a good team. I think it was me, Lambo, I think Aidan played that game. I think I was when he started to come through, wasn't it? McGeady. Yeah, we battered him. It was like 4-0 up after like half an hour or something. But, no, it was brilliant. Scored a hat-trick, and I think my missus was just pregnant as well, so I done the old baby celebration.
What a prick.
Cheesy,
But anyway, see, like when I was a young boy, I thought like you were the best player I'd ever seen. And then I seen Aidan. And I thought, wow. Did you know when Aidan was coming through that he was he'd be like a threat to you?
I was like, bastard.
He was frightening, Tony.
Oh, he was so good. He's so quick, that one, bang bang. Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up. Because then later down the line, obviously Tomo started to drift, wanted to play in the middle a wee bit. Then obviously there's a wee gap open up on the left, and then you know Aidan's coming. And then obviously Sean Maloney started to come in. Then he couldn't play up front because you had Sutton Larsson, so he started drifting out on the left. So you had Maloney, McGeady, and I was like, oh no. And then Strachan came in. That was the old shunted to left back.
How good is Maloney as well?
Sean was brilliant. I think Aidan was more natural, like with his ability and that. Somebody's just got it for the start. But Sean, I think Sean, he worked at it. He was always out. Lads would come in after training, he'd be out. No mannequins, 1v1s, like shooting, practicing his free kicks. He had more of a better attitude. He actually worked on his game, you know what I mean? Where Aidan was a bit more natural, was it?
Did you know, see when Aidan started training with the first team, he smashed Big Johan?
Well, I was like young v old, and a balls came, like a diags came over to Aidan on the left, and Big Johan's obviously going to head it, and Big Johan's went, Aidan's, he's only a little kid at the time, Aidan's not going to jump up and go for a header here, so he sort of let it go. And Johan's not looking. Maybe Aidan just came through there with his big elbow. Just tries to win it. Catches Johan with the elbow on the lip. Like drops down, Johan sort of gets up, raging. Big massive cut on his lip.
Johan crack.
Like see all the rest, like, because all the young boys, like, Big Mick, Big Kendo and that, we were all like, oh no, what's he going to do? Big Johan just turned round to Aidan, his cut lip, just went, yeah. And Aidan just went, he was going, sorry, Aidan, sorry, I'm sorry. And we were all like, oh.
How did the players find it when Aidan was getting it and taking the piss at her?
Aidan used to get smashed.
Did he?
I think Jackie used to smash him all the time.
Did he?
Jackie was good, because he wasn't tall, wasn't he? But as soon as he tried to do something, he would just
batter him.
Like, he was that good, Aidan.
Amazing. Larsson left, guys like Janino, Henri Kamara came in. How much of a lift was it? What are you laughing at? What was Henri Kamara?
I thought you were going to say Mo Kamara.
Oh, fuck. Was Janino good? How come it never worked for him?
Who, Mo?
No, Janino. Well, I know why it never worked for Mo, he was hopeless.
Janino, he was brilliant. In training, remember he done the old, flicking through. Henrik Larsson, bang, bang through the legs, old Samba style.
Did he, how come he never made it? Like, how come he never
I just think the way that team played, like, they were more, it wasn't like playing through the lines, you know what I mean? Get it, pass it, move, pass, move. It was more like dink it in a Big John, and they played 1-2s, get it out wide. It just didn't suit. I don't think Martin's style suited him.
How was he as a guy, Janino?
He's brilliant.
Was he?
Yeah, he was telling us the stories about Edmundo with the monkey and that. He used to go to the parties. And Edmundo, the Brazilian boy,
the madman,
turn up just with the monkey on the shoulder and that. Just like mad Brazilian parties.
Brilliant,
Yeah, he was telling us some good stories.
And then Bellamy came in.
Yeah.
How was he?
He was good. I thought he was brilliant.
Is he good with the younger boys and that,
he was brilliant when the younger lads came in. You could tell he was like a pure high opinion of himself. Like,
right.
Not in a way where you thought, he's a prick, you know what I mean? I thought he was brand new.
He gave the big time shout. Was it was it Kelly or someone says, come and do my gardening?
I've probably said that to everybody. Probably said to us every day, and we're just like,
used to it. Memories of helicopter Sunday. You weren't involved in the squad, were you?
Nah, I wasn't involved. I was in the stand. I don't know, but came down. I was probably checked my win bonus for being in the squad. Then obviously I just went bang, bang. I came down and it was just like a morgue.
So did you come down for the stand into the dressing room?
Yeah, I just came down. Everybody was like, just shut the door. And it was just like, it's pure silence.
How long for?
It was a good while, like. It was a good 10 minutes, good 10, 15 minutes. Nobody said a thing. And Martin was just sitting in the corner. Not obviously gutted, you know what I mean? Had it in her hands and then threw it away. Really.
What was that like to watch that for the stand? Could you not believe it was happening?
Nah, it was just like, and then you're starting to think, what's going to be said downstairs, you know what I mean? Is it going to kick off like boys? But I think you just knew. To be fair, it's a good finish, wasn't it?
Scotty McDonald.
I can't remember. I think surely somebody, I can't remember. We got it in the corner and somebody should have went to the corner, I think.
Should just playing beats, say it was beats.
I just say it was beats. Everybody's just playing beats. I think somebody should have took it to the corner and they've had a shot, and then obviously they've came back up and scored, but it's one of them, it's happened.
Martin O'Neill left. Did he say anything to you before you went?
Nah.
What about John Robertson or that? Nothing?
Nah, never said anything.
Were you gutted when Martin left, or were you quite excited to think if a new manager comes in, I'll maybe get me a chance to play?
I was thinking that, to be fair. I was thinking, obviously gutted that they had left, but But obviously I heard, was it Strachan that came in?
Yeah, wee body double Strachan, What did you think when you heard Gordon Strachan was getting it?
You know, at the time I was thinking, no, this could be good, because I knew he liked to play footy and that. Apparently he was good working with younger players and that. So I was thinking, let's give this a go, this could be half decent. And he came in, brought Gary Pendry and your mate.
Oh, dearie me, man.
And then it was all over the hurdles and all that. I remember the warm-ups.
And the volleys.
An hour and a half. Just doing volleys for an hour and a half. So could we just get started?
And then that pre-season tour, man, talk us through it. We were playing a game with Poland, wasn't it? Was it 30 minutes he took you off, you and Big Charlie?
Yeah, we were the scapegoats.
So what was it?
Charlie.
Could you believe after a pre-season friendly, 30 minutes, two guys were getting warmed up to come on?
No, to be fair, me and Charlie had a stinker down the left. There were two good players down the right for them.
They were decent. They were decent. I was like Legia Warsaw or something.
Yeah, they were good team. But they kept getting down the right hand side. Charlie was having a stinker. And he just went, was it me and Charlie?
You and Charlie hooked it at the same time.
She hooked me in him half time. To be fair, I wasn't happy.
You weren't in that?
Nah, I wasn't happy.
Because 30 minutes and it's a bit out of order, isn't it? Just wait to half time.
Soul destroying. He's getting hooked after half an hour.
And then you just sat on the bench, didn't you? You never came into the gym?
I was just like, fuck, I'm not going in there. Then obviously a few of the lads gave out half time, meant you just got slaughtered in there.
And did he ever say anything to you about it?
No, he got us at full time, didn't he? Because we never went in at half time. He had a right pop at us at full time. It was a good learning curve for us, you know what I mean?
He was always like quite sarcastic in his interviews at England, and obviously everyone knows him like that in Scotland. Was he like that as a manager?
He was like that. He was like that. I can't remember stuff he used to say. It was just like wee one-liners. If you liked you on the day, he'd say something nice to you, and if you didn't, but I've seen him since, and it's actually got on really well, and he's obviously had good words to say to me. He's given me some advice since I've met him a few times.
See, when he told you he was going to play left back, what was your initial reaction?
I was like, the first few games was all right, because at Celtic Park, you end up playing as a winger. So I was basically in their half all the time.
Yeah.
And then for the first 3 games, I was like, well, I could be all right at left back here. I was thinking, I'm doing all right. And then obviously, I can't remember, was it Hibs, Big John Sutton? And they could just tell their whole game plan.
That diags on it,
Diags onto me. Big John Sutton elbowed me in the back of the head about 10 times. Came off concussed.
Did you?
I was just like, this is not for me.
Nah.
And
did you go and say
everybody
him?
started to do it.
Did you go and say to him, this is not for me?
No, I never say that, because I thought, I'm not like that, you know what I mean? I'll have a go. If you tell me to play, I'm not going to say I'm not playing there. If you get a chance to play for Celtic, doesn't matter what position you're playing, are you?
You're playing anywhere, See, his intense pre-season, do you find that hard? Do you think some of the older boys found that hard?
See, I was alright, because I was young, I had legs and that, but obviously older boys.
Big John was struggling, wasn't he?
Big John was struggling, he was struggling a bit, but I mean, it's horses for courses, isn't it? It's like, Big John, he's scored you 30 goals a season, but he's not going to sprint round the pitch.
Did he ever have a go at you for some of your performances at left back?
Nah, not really, because I think he knew I was I wasn't an actual left back. But at times in that, most of the time, I'd say 80-90% of the time, I was just basically playing in their half anyway, as a winger. So it was all right. And then I think we played in the cup final at left back and that as well. So he played me in some big games at left back. So obviously he showed a bit of faith in me, so I must have done all right. Or Mo Kamara was just shite.
I think it's a lot, mate.
Thanks a lot,
Roy Keane joined 2006. How did you find him? I was scared of him, man, you?
I was scared of him. Just a smash balls and training and that. But then, I didn't think he got on me Strachan, did he?
Nah. I think he's came out and said he has, but they never had anything.
Nah, they never. Because obviously, when I moved to Sunderland, he says he was like, it just wasn't for me. When he had problems with his hamstrings as well. Strachan used to give him days off for fun, isn't it? I think he'd done it on purpose, just to be like...
To get him out of the way?
Get him out the road. So he used to go down to Manchester. He used to just bowl up Thursday or something. I think it was just... Strachan had a wee bit of fear of him as well.
Did they ever go at it, Keane and Strachan? Nah. Just always kind of...
I think Roy was just like... I think he knew his days were done, you know what I mean? Because he was suffering his hamstrings, he was struggling with his hammy. I think he tore his hamstring and he was just like... I think he, in his mind, he thought, I'm not going to, there's no point in me going in blasting people for giving them verbals because it's not worth it.
But see, early on, do you know, remember, was it in Celtic Park? He stood up and spoke after, I think it was his first game Celtic got beat. He was watching the stand for Dundee United and Strachan asked him if he had anything to say and he got up and spoke for like 20 minutes. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that actually, yeah.
And he was slaughtering everyone.
He was having a pop, everyone should be doing this better, blah blah blah. He's like, I think he dug me out as well. No, never dug me out. Yeah, he spoke for about 20 minutes, but you were just scared not to look at him, make eye contact. And I was like that when he was a manager as well. You know, everybody was like that, just looking at the player.
But see, it didn't like matter if you were a young boy or like the best player in the team, he would still, because see, like Lenny and Tom on it, you'd still have a go at them, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he was still, but he never done it as much as I reckon he used to do it when he was at Man United. I think he tamed it down a wee bit, but he used to come in the Polo, remember that?
Nah.
He bought a wee Volkswagen Polo, because remember he used to go to Celtic Park? I'm sure it was him, That was him, I'll just say it was him anyway. He bought a Polo, because everybody, obviously they're all coming in like Mercedes and like big Jeeps and all that. So you're not expecting Roy Keane to come in a wee Polo, are you? He just had the hat and like up to there, and he used to just park right round the side. Nobody knew it was him. Other fans just sitting waiting. He used to just go in the back door. But he hung about with all the young boys, didn't he?
Why do you think that was?
I don't think he wanted to mix it with like Lenny and all that. I think he wanted to keep his distance.
Remember him up the gym? He was an animal, wasn't he?
He was an absolute beast.
Was he like that as a manager as well?
Pull-ups, he used to come in, he used to come to the gym. But he was actually quite funny.
Right.
It's actually really funny. But obviously at Celtic, he should come in.
They pull-ups, he was an animal, wasn't he? Did you know at Celtic that he liked you?
I think he did. I think he liked all the young boys. I think he liked the younger. That's why he hung about with them. He used to get lifts down to training to Barfield and that with all the young boys, didn't he? He never jumped in with like Lenny and all these sort of lads. He used to jump in with us.
I remember sitting in the gym one day when he was like telling hundreds of stories about Man United, didn't it?
And just like, we were all just listening to every word he was saying, was he?
Amazing, man. Can you remember a stage of your Celtic career that you knew time was up?
No, really. I think it was the end of that season, that final season. I just had enough of left back, and I knew Aidan and that, he was starting to come on now, he was playing brilliant. Sean was there, he was on fire. I just had enough of left back, and I was just like, I need to get out of here. And obviously when Roy left, he got the job at Sunderland.
Did he phone you straight away?
Pretty much, it was early doors,
Could you believe it when Roy Keane was phoning you?
That was my agent, because obviously my agent, he's like a Sunderland fan, he's from that neck of the woods, and he phoned me and went, Roy's phone, he wants to take you down. And I was just like, no way. I was like, it's a no-brainer. So I was like, I was playing left back and that. I don't know if I had a year left. I think I had a year left at Celtic, and I was thinking, I want to get back playing. Then I thought, right, that's my apprentice done. You know, when I left to go to Sunderland, I was like, it's time.
Time to be a football player.
Time to be a proper player.
Did you go and say to Strachan, I want to go to Sunderland?
Nah, you just went, do one.
See, when you went to sign, did you go to Roy Keane's house in that?
We went down to Sunderland. He was staying like in a wee country club. He had like a wee barn at the back, drive through the country lane. And obviously we went and met him in the hotel, just opened the door, and he was just like, how you doing?
Was he,
I remember when I first went in, I think, had like, there was a wee couch, had a booster seat and then on the couch.
For you?
That's
decent, isn't it?
It's good banter, it's quite funny like that.
You'd never expect it to be like that,
No, he just went, right, you jump up there.
The one downside to the deal was that you had to go with Stan Varga. That must have been painful,
man. He was in the most boring people on world earth.
Was he?
On the way down, just like...
Did you two travel down the car?
I think we travelled down.
Just the two of us?
Nah, it was me and him and somebody else, I think. And we met and that, and he was just... That deep voice, Ivan Drago, wasn't he? And then it was only later on, he actually helped me at Sunderland, because he had played there before, didn't he? He had been at Sunderland a few years before that. So he knew all the places to live in that. So he actually helped me out. He was like phoning us saying, don't stay there, go there.
You never stayed next to him, so did you?
I was like, are you there? I'm down there.
Did you not say he was a madman on a night out though?
Like once he gets the vodka, you know what the boys are like over that neck of the woods. Love their vodka, don't they?
And what sort of stuff?
He just go, like, I think they invited us round to his house and he was just like on the vodka, smashing it, and he was like this big loud character, and I'm like, This guy's actually some guy. He's a legend.
Big Varga man, brilliant. Sunderland were flying that season, won the championship. What was so good about Roy Keane as a manager at that time?
I don't know. I think he just had that fear, didn't he?
Did everyone fear him?
They did. Sort of feared him. But his signings were good because they ended up, and then that's when he signed Miller for Man United. It was all just signed all the Man United, Ireland, and then the ex-Celtic boys. Just early doors, banged them all. It was like Miller. We already had like Darryl Murphy, Stephen Elliott, so with a pure Irish connection. Graham Kavanagh, Ian Hart, and then he signed Yorkie, didn't he, as well?
How's York?
Yorkie was brilliant. He was so good in the dressing room, like.
How about, like, just banter?
Just banter, he knew he wanted to play sitting midfielder. He thought he could be sitting midfielder. He couldn't move. He couldn't run, but we had legs running about him. No, because he was playing in Australia, and he came over to Sunderland, and it was absolutely pissing down. And he was just like, this time last week I was in Australia, in an apartment in Sydney Harbour, and that. And he got his white Lambo brought over, didn't he?
White Lamborghini?
Yeah, and I was like, you're a prick, mate. Just like comes in on the van, like about 2 weeks on telling all the boys I've got the white Lambo coming in that. Comes in the van 2 weeks and you see Roy just looking out the window.
Was he raging with that?
Wasn't raging, but it was Yorkie, wasn't it?
Would York be out all the time?
I never went out with him. He stayed in Newcastle, so I stayed in with all the Irish boys doing like Middlesbrough sort of way. But brilliant in the dressing room, man.
Funny guy.
Yeah, he was telling us the stories about Peter Andre and that.
What about him?
He says he chapped his door, didn't he? To go and see, obviously, the kid. And Peter Andre wouldn't let him in. So I think him and Peter Andre had a square go, didn't they?
Rolling about together?
I think so.
Brilliant, man. I need to ask you, like, how scary is he when he goes mad?
There's only one person I've seen stood up to him, Dean Whitehead.
Midfielder, Dean Whitehead?
They were going to have a full-on scrap in the
So talk us through it, what game was it?
It was, I can't remember, I think I played like Scunthorpe or something, and it was like in the championship. And I'm pretty sure Roy says to the kit man, get the tactics board up, then you need to get the tactics of the wee bits. And he went, put the tactics board up for us, and all the lads came up. Kit man goes over, puts the tactics board up. Roy just goes over, kung fu kick, smashes it, all the wee bits go out all the dressing room. We were all just sitting there like, oh no. And his assistant, Tory Loughlin, who's at Burnley now, he's like trying to find all the wee bits underneath the seats while he's talking. And then obviously he goes to Dean Whitehead, obviously you're having a stinker, blah blah. And Dino stood up to him and went, I'm not having a light. And it was just like they were face to face. It's the only person I've seen have a go back at him. Like,
what about the worst you've seen him cane somebody?
It wasn't that bad. He'd just have a poppy if you were having a stinker, you know what I mean? Or he'd just take you off. And that was the worst, when he's no said anything to you.
Pure disappointed, didn't you?
But obviously his teams in that, like 1 week, like somebody'd score like 3 games in a row, and then the next game they wouldn't be in the squad. He'd do stuff like that. And his banter was, he used to stick up on the board, anybody's body fat above 10%, you're not getting considered for the weekend. But then all the lads are like, don't know how to take it serious or not. So the big heavy hitters, you know what I mean? They're in the steam room in the training ground.
Trying to get the weight down. Brilliant. You got sent off for getting a second yellow. How would he take to stuff like that?
The first couple, he had a pop at his eye, he was just like, and then the second time he says, he came in and went, I don't know why you keep taking your top off. Like, it's not as if you've got a good body, have you?
Well, you take your top off and you got sent off?
Because I got sent off twice for taking my top off.
Oh, right, after a game, right? After a goal, sorry.
So I got a second yellow, I done it twice. And then obviously the third, I done it again, I done it 3 times, I don't know why I kept doing it. I was like, I don't even know why I did it myself. I done it a third time, it was Hull. So it was like last minute, I scored the winner. It was then tap off, got sent off again the third time.
No, yeah.
And he came up, but it was like it must have been about 6 games to go. It was a big win, it was a massive win. I think he was buzzing. And he just obviously came over to me, I was like icing my leg. And just booted his leg in the leg and just went, 2 weeks wages.
Did he do you 2?
He gave me like a wee wink, as if to say, I'm not going to do you 2 weeks wages. He never done this, to be fair.
Did you play with Dave Conley?
Mate,
I was with him at Portsmouth. Did Keane no punch him?
They didn't go on at all.
What sort of stuff would Dave just disagree? Mate, Dave could start a fight in an empty house. Oh my
he
God.
would question anything, but anything based on his game.
Right.
Everything was the day with him, was it?
He's a good player though, isn't he?
He's good, good finisher.
Right, gaze the Liam Miller stories at Sunderland. You're always late.
Always late.
Keane hates that, didn't he?
And he hated it. And because I used to live a junction up closer to Sunderland. So Stephen Elliott, so that group, Stephen Elliott, Miller, Murphy, Darryl Murphy, Graham Carvalhal, all the Irish boys, they lived all together.
Yeah.
So I sort of jumped on the back of them. Like, they were brilliant for me. Used to go to their houses at the weekend of parties and that. We had Irish. They could drink. I was just like... But I used to go down because Stephen Elliott used to take Miller and he got injured. So then I was like, I'll come down and get you. And he used to sit outside his house. And it was like, the bus was like 5 minutes to get picked up by a pickup point. And Miller's like, 2 minutes. Like, the missus is at the shop. His Mrs. Claire, she was at the shop, like, getting her hair done or go and get magazines and that. And I was like, we need to go here. And like, we can't miss the bus. Stokesy missed the bus, didn't he? That was the time Stokesy missed the bus. And obviously he jumped in, got 60 seconds like, to get, because it was only down the road, flying over roundabouts and that. He was late all the time.
And what did Keane say when he was late?
No, because he had the soft spot for Liam, didn't he?
Right.
Like, he'd just be shaking his head. Like, get to the front of the bus had been waiting 5 minutes, and then you just go, and then you hear Stokesy's late for the bus, and you're just pissing yourself laughing. You know what Stokesy's like, yeah. So you're still the story on this?
No, I've never heard this. Go tell
So
it.
basically, Stokesy was late for the bus. So the bus took off, but as the bus was pulled out, Stokesy then started following the bus for about 15 minutes in the morning. He's at the back of the bus. So he's obviously phoned Miller. Because Miller's the only person that could go down to Roy and go, you need to stop the bus at the next junction. So Miller's away down the front of the shot of the boys, like, no. All the boys are at the back of the bus, aren't they? Like, hey, Stokes. Stokesy's like, following the bus. And Liam's like, Roy, Stokesy's behind. He's asked if the bus can pull over at the next, you'll just ditch the car. Could have been anywhere, you'll just ditch the car. And he'll jump in the bus, and Roy just went, tell him to turn round and go back home. He's just seen, like, just seen Stokesy going, but as he's pulling off the junction, all the boys are at the back of the bus,
It's brilliant, man. Was Stokes funny?
Stokes was a maniac. He had so much ability, but he was just a screwball, eh?
What, would he just go out all the time?
Yeah, he was out all the time. He was out too much. I think he ended up, they were trying to stop him going out that much. I think his old man built a bar in his house. Just defeating the purpose, and he doesn't need to go, he just goes into the next room.
That's amazing, man. Would Roy go through him? Would Stokesy be the one that would annoy him the most?
Yeah, because he had so much ability, so he's just hammer him all the time, but he was a maniac. He was a good player as well.
Introduction to the Premier League. How good was it? Was the standard brilliant? Because back then it was probably at its peak, wasn't it?
It was, that was like the Ronaldo era, wasn't it?
Rooney, Ronaldo.
So we got promoted, they were brilliant that year, they were flying. We ended up with signed Johnny Evans, and
Was he brilliant?
So good. He was brilliant, he just swept up.
Did you think Keane would go and be a top manager?
I did. And I'll say that I'd work for him again, because me personally, I need somebody like that to get me going, you know what I mean? That fear factor.
Yeah.
And he had that, and obviously there was some stuff that he done, like he was over the top, because it was when we got promoted for the Championship, he cancelled the bus parade round Sunderland.
Did he? Why?
I don't know, he was just like, we're Sunderland, we're supposed to win the league. That was his attitude, you know what I mean? But there was boys in there had never won a trophy, never been promoted before, and that was their first medal, you know what I mean? I can understand his point of view, but for the other boys, you were like, that was a bit shite, you know what I mean? Let him have a wee, because obviously when you went in Sunderland, it was a massive club, you know what I mean? Have like a parade because we had won the league. But he cancelled it, and it sort of just killed our lads.
See, when you win the Championship, would you have a beer in that with
He'd have a few beers and that, but he'd stay away from the lads.
So you would never go to a nightclub or anything?
Nah.
So as I say, in the Premier League, was there ever a moment or watching somebody in the Premier League that you thought, I remember you actually came back to Dundee and told us that David Bentley was ridiculous.
David Bentley was a joke. And then,
Would he have been one of the best you played against?
no, I forgot about
Remember
him.
that? We were at Tesco, I remember you said that.
Left foot, right foot, no, he reminded me of Bellamy.
Right.
Because he was good, literally left foot, right foot, he was quick, just couldn't get near him, he was class. He was one of the boys you looked like he just didn't care, did he? He was just like, I'm just going to play.
Playing with his pals.
Playing with his mates in the park, he was brilliant.
Was he cocky about Bentley?
He was a cocky lad, but he wasn't like Bellamy and like fucking telling you to go and cut his grass and all that. You know what I mean? He wasn't like that, but he was top.
Who else? Anyone else that you played and you thought, wow?
One game was the Man United, Ronaldo and Rooney and Berbatov, Nani, that team. We just got an absolute doing. We're 3-0 down after like 20 minutes or something, or 25 minutes. And then it was 3-0 and I was like, oh my God. And then we got a free kick outside the box and I was the charger and Ronaldo obviously steps up with like bang. And I'm thinking, oh no, I've got to go and take this right in the dish. But it was nowhere near me, mate. He just absolutely wobbled it over the wall. Craig Gordon in goal. Just went right in the stanch, mate. I was just like, this is a joke. And they went away, when they're celebrating and they're all come running back, Rooney and Ronaldo, they're all laughing and that. And they're all like, no, I'm playing on the right. They're all switching positions and that, laughing, and I'm like, this, nah. I'm like, no.
That's horrible, man. How did Roy Keane take to that, getting pumped to Man United?
He just came in, he had to just say, lads, we're not going to be judged on that, you know what I mean? That was just, because you were getting the ball, you were doing that much defending. There's Rooney and Ronaldo, they never had a position.
Just went anywhere.
But then you looked up, you win it back, you look up and there's like Fletcher, Carrick, Vidic, Ferdinand, Brown. It was just like, the goal seemed about 3 miles away.
That's horrible, mate. But you survived in the Premier League first year?
Yeah, we did survive, we done well.
Was he chuffed with that, or was that not enough for him?
Deep down, I think he thought we'd do better. But I think he was quite chuffed with it, to be fair. Because that first game, I was left back.
No way, back to old left back?
Back to old left back again, I got shunted again.
Did you ever pull him up for it?
Nah, because when he was at Celtic, I played in the final for Celtic at left back.
Right.
So I think he obviously had an idea. I'd played there before. And I don't know, must have been in the back of his mind. He went, go and play there. And we played Spurs first day and we beat them 2-1. But obviously, he pushed me up to left wing. And I got the winner for chops. Michael Chopra, he scored the winner. What a the place just. And I was thinking, this is class, man. And then obviously, next game, I'm thinking left wing. Bang, back to left back.
That left back killed you. Went to Preston the next year. Why was that?
Well, Keane Richardson came, signed him for like 6 million or something. He'd come and done his back when we got promoted. And I was thinking, I'm left wing. As he signed him to come and play, put me as a squad player again. Then obviously he had a back operation. He was back at Christmas time. And then obviously just as he was coming back, I'd done my medial.
Right.
So I was thinking, and then I came back for that. So I was out to the end of the season, Keane Richardson played. And Keane Richardson came back, and I swear to God, mate, when he first came to Sunderland, he was well overweight.
Right.
And he came back that pre-season, after the first year in the Premier League, pre-season, mate, he was a joke.
Was he brilliant?
He came back like that. And he was doing like, usually the 50-second laps, the pitch sprints. He was doing it in like 43 seconds and that.
Wow.
But he was doing like one after the other. He was a flying machine. And I was like, no, because I'd got injured and I just came back. And I'd went away. I'd just came back the last game of the season and had a chance to go to Toronto. I think it was Toronto. To go and keep on top of it because I just came back. And I never done it. I just fucked off on my holidays.
Was he raging?
Wasn't I raging? No, I was raging myself.
Right, you never went? Because
I've had 4 or 5 months rehab. I've just got back and then I've went and had another 4 months and I came back like a bag of shite pre-season. And I was like, nah.
So was it him that said to you to go on or did you say to him?
No, I says that. No, I went on a few months because this was about Christmas time. And then I was like, I'm going to go. And then I met Alan Irvine. Met him in Glasgow. Yeah, come and play at Preston. I played at Preston a few times. It was like brilliant atmosphere.
Good stadium.
Good stadium and that. He went come and play and I was like, nah, I'm going to go and play. That'll be good.
And then Keane got sacked when you were on loan. Did you know like leading up to it, did you hear from the boys that were still at Sunderland that it wasn't going well?
Yeah, I heard he was starting to get a bit. Because then
what sort of stuff?
He'd start getting raging. No, I think he had so much high standards, did he? He thought, right, we survived, then he was thinking, probably thinking,
mid-table.
Signed Richardson, he signed a few Kevin Jones and that. So he thought, I've signed all these good players, I'm expected to be mid-table at least. So I think it just sort of rumbled on, and obviously I think he just lost the lads a wee bit. I think he fell out with a few boys.
Over what, just training and stuff like that?
Just training and that, I was arguing, I can't remember, he fell out with Liam Lawrence once. Like, I think Liam Lawrence offered him a square go, same as John Walters in the office. Well, Liam Lawrence came out again at the big end. Like,
saying that he'd offered him a square go?
Nah, he just sent him in. But I don't believe that.
Nah. Were you there when Keane slaughtered Craig Gordon for conceding a free kick in the friendly game?
I can't remember him slaughtering him, but I remember him saying he's conceded a few goals, and in training, I remember I said this was in Portugal or something. So Roy was like, goalkeeper, nobody. I think he offered us 200 quid. He went, anybody that scores against me, 200 quid. Roy, so he puts the gloves on. And the lads were outside the box and I wobble them in and that, you know what I mean? And he was like palming them. And then just like takes his line. But mate, I swear to God, we were there for about 20 minutes trying to score.
What, nobody scored on him there?
I don't think anybody scored, no.
Amazing, man.
He just took gloves off. It's like, that's how you do it.
See, speaking of trips, what was some of the best trips you've had, team nights out? Remember any that come to mind?
Sunderland.
And how anywhere you've been?
I remember Roy having a pop at us because we never went out.
Right.
We went to Portugal and he went, right lads, took us for a Chinese. Or the lads went, right lads, going out for a night out. I mean, make sure you're there for the bus or going back. And not that way you're thinking, has he been serious? So I think all the lads, I was a bit gutted, like I was looking forward to a night out. And all the lads, like I swear to God, must have been, majority of them, must have been only been 4 or 5 that went out. And he comes back the next day. I think the next, when we come back, we had a pre-season match. I've took you away to Portugal. He's like, I've gave you a night out. And you're all back in bed playing the PlayStation. He's like, I was sitting in the room, I'm waiting on my phone. I thought you'd be in jail. I thought I had to come and get you out of the jail. And we were all like, bastard, we should have went.
How did you, were you never sure if he was like being serious or testing you?
We were like, sure. Well, we and then he was like, and then when we heard that, they were like, oh no.
Devastated. What about like, who's the maddest guy other than Midge Gardine that you've played with?
Must have been, it was Big Tom on it. Big
Stephen Thompson?
Big Stephen
Mate,
Thompson.
a few people have said that. You got any stories about him?
Big Tom at Burnley, because when I first walked in, I can't have.
He doesn't mind me, because we've interviewed him, he's buzzing off all these stories. He doesn't care.
Because Brian Laws signed me, didn't he? And that group of players, because that was the Owen Coyle era, wasn't it? Graham Alexander, Stevie Thompson, and Big Tommy, Brian Laws just didn't know how to control them. When I first stepped in, I was like, first few weeks, we went to Singapore. So we flew to Singapore, mate, and I swear to God, that was like a stag do. We were out every 3 nights in Singapore.
What, without Brian Laws knowing?
I think he knew, but he just couldn't control it. It was just like older lads. We arrived in Singapore, and like Brian Laws was like, right lads, have something to eat, but don't, whatever you do, training in the morning, it's pre-season, don't go out, blah, blah, blah. Brian Laws went out the room, Graham Alexander stood up, I'm sure it was Grez that stood up, and then it was about 9 o'clock. Lads, downstairs, 10 o'clock, we're going out.
Tomo was saying that he used to smash glasses, or he said that?
Tomo, obviously, when Tomo's had enough in the boozer, it'd just be the old, right lads, it's time to go, is it? And he'd just go, but he'd be like standing there and you'd be sitting having a few, he'd throw it there above your head, but he'd just go,
That's amazing, man. Love that. See, just on Burnley, was that the best movie you made in your career?
Because I wasn't going to leave, because I had a brilliant time at Preston. I loved Preston, because I spoke to Callum Davidson, he was like, don't go. But I think Preston was struggling for money. And I think they put in £1 million. I don't know why. I think they put in £1 million bid, and Preston was struggling. The owner was just like, listen, Ross, you need to go because we're struggling financially. Yeah, so I went there, and it was brilliant. Burnley was brilliant. Best move I've done.
What's so good about it?
Just like that first year was brilliant. With Tom Oakes, with Kevin McDonald, Brian Easton.
Oh, Kevin McDonald, what a character. Easton,
Easton, we had all the lads and Big Tomo. And obviously that Singapore trip,
Set the tone.
That set the tone for how it was going to go on for that season. It was like because Big Tomo had said something to Big Clarkie on the night out on the way home. So Singapore's got this airport, isn't it? It's like a butterfly section. It's like peaceful. You go in there, like you read your books, and then nobody's phones off and all that. And I think Big Tomo had said something to Clarkie. I think it was bang the order, like what are they? Borderlines, but you've crossed the line. Big Clarkie was obviously steaming, was he? He was like, how dare you? Clarkie went up to Tomo and was like, I need to punch you. You can see all the lads, you know what Eastie and Kev's like, they're all like, punch him, Clarkie.
Did he?
Yeah, so obviously this butterfly section, you go through the door, Big Tomo and Clarkie's chasing him. There's like a wee bushes and that. Tomo's running through bushes and Clarkie's chasing after him, like trying to punch him. And he bastard got him at the back of the bush, just punched him. But then the funny thing was, on the way back, it was all the lads put in £200. So it was business class, so there was only 2 spaces. So if you wanted to be business class, you put your name in the hat. So Tomo, Clarkie, and there was like another 8 lads.
They got pulled it.
Thompson, Carlisle. Oh, the lads are like, this is class. Tomo was back in standard for the whole flight.
Well, gave up his business seat.
He gave up, it was just like a glass of red wine. I don't know why he was chasing me around. No, still pissed for the night before. Tom was like drinking the red wine. I don't know why he chased me through.
Brilliant, man, I love that. What about Kevin McDonald stick his in, isn't he?
Oh, but he was some player. He never got a sniff under Brian Laws, nah.
Playing at Fulham now, good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Dundee boy as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Dundee boy.
Always do well. Brian Laws was sacked, Eddie Howe came in.
Yeah.
Tomo says it was difficult due to his age. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
How?
That's what Eddie, that's why I had so much respect for him, because he knew right away. Because Eddie, obviously, he was known for promoting youth, working with younger players and that. And he just went, like say, Greza, Carlisle, Tomo.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, but he ended up, he got rid of them.
Is he quite ruthless, Eddie Howe?
He was a brilliant coach. Probably
he?
one of the best coaches I've had, Eddie Howe. He was brilliant.
What, in terms of like training ground and that?
Training ground, like attention to detail, like all the training. As a coach, he was brilliant. And he brought in some players, to be fair.
That's what I was going to say. Charlie Austin, Jay Rodriguez, Danny Ings, top team.
Kieran Trippier, Ben Mee.
Wow.
Brought in some top players.
Who impressed you the most out of them?
Danny Ings.
Was Ings get sharp?
So sharp. Like running with the box and that. So sharp. And as time went on, I became Kieran Trippier's decoy.
Well, you just running.
Because Eddie put me on the right, on the left, the old right on left footer on the right. And it was basically Ross, come in, get trips on the overlap.
Never touched the ball.
But you couldn't have a pop at him either, could you? Because basically I'd come in the pocket and I was like, used to go into Dean Marney and Trips used to make the overlap and I used to come, Dean Marney used to just chip over my head. So I was like, yeah, chip over my head. And then Kieran Trippier would get it and then you'd go for the cutback, Trips, and then he'd go like, woof, Danny Ings, and he'd be like, go. That was your thing. That's what we done. I was just basically a decoy for them.
Really? How was it? How was Charlie Austin? I played on at Sunderland. He's a madman as well, isn't he?
He was a madman. He's just played darts all the time.
Just like drinking, playing darts and horses.
But he came for the non-league scene and that, didn't he? But Charlie was brilliant, to be fair.
Good player. And then Sean Dyche joined. How is he? He played under Clough, didn't he? Is he quite like Clough?
He was just like Clough, but just like the old husky voice. But he was brilliant when he first came in. But he was just like, had 10 things like written down on the screen, like 5-yard fury and all that. You know, like when you lose it, 5 seconds to win it back. If you don't, back into shape. Yeah. Just a structure and that. But he had a good team. Eddie had left a good team. He still had Trippier, Ben Mee. He brought in like Jason Shackle and all that. They were a good team. Scotty Harfield came in.
Oh, Scotty came in. What is it that is he good at like organising a team?
Just pure order. 4-4-2, rigid, just hard to break down. But to be fair, people get this thing of he's just hard to beat and just go long all the time. But no, we had like that Burnley team with some good players. Like obviously we went long into striker, but once we got it in there, we had loads of good players playing. You know what I mean?
Has he got a good pattern, Sean Dyche?
Yeah, he had some good banter. To be fair, we used to have the wheel, didn't we? But our wheel was like, we had all sorts. It was like we had stripper, So it was like, if you had to do a dance, it was like 50 quid.
Right.
You had to buy out 50 quid. So I had like 50 quid, we had the singing, we had a boy band.
So you need to make a boy band?
So it was like, if you left your slips in the shower or something, or you left the top out, but all the lads used to spin the wheel, so I could be sitting there, I've not done anything.
Right.
So you had numbers and letters. So you spin the wheel, boy band, if your number, then you had to spin for another 3 lads to be in your boy band.
Boy band, right.
So it was just like, then all the numbers, then you had a boy band. Swear to God, it was every Friday, on the Thursday, mate, the vocals coming for the shower.
Tremendous.
I was like, lads, we need to get them into practice. We're all backseat boys now. You're the lads like practicing moves and that. Kieran Trippier came in there, had a stripper, he had to be Sam Vokes, a stripper. And it was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Every night?
He got the full gear, just like taking his top off, and then the shorts off, and he was like on Sam Vokes, Vokes, he was pissing his all that.
Brilliant, man. Maybe things matter though, didn't they? Good for the place.
That was so good, like, for morale. We had the right squad. You need the right people.
Is he old school in the way he speaks to these players? Because you see the video, I'm like, no long ago, calling Chris with a dickhead. You see that?
But then he'll bring that up in the meeting as a laugh, you know what I mean?
Right, But is that the way he speaks to players? Like,
no.
You can do that, like, to a laugh?
Oh, you can have a laugh, then you can have a joke. You can't slag him, like.
Nah.
But his thing was, when you come in at the door, it was all, take your ego helmet off at the door.
Right.
When you come in, he liked, you could come in and people could slag you and you could get embarrassed, be in front of the lads, so you're together a good
right.
team, you know what I mean?
Would he tell you Clough stories?
Not really, nah, we basically just done that wheel. And that was it.
Just loved the wheel.
Just done that wheel.
Talking of viral videos, the one of you stealing the tactics, who was Huddersfield?
Huddersfield,
Guy was raging, wasn't he?
I was spewing, really. I went round about 3 people and it was like I swear to God, there was about 5 minutes left and they're running about with notes and I'm thinking, it's 5 minutes to go, anybody above 6 foot, just get them in the box and just shell it. So
what did the note say?
I wasn't even reading it, I was just thinking for a bit of banter with him. I just like got in, grabbed it, I was just like reading it, like waiting for him to say something. I thought he was going to have a laugh and I was like, fuck. And I just thought,
you got to move to another big club, Sheffield Wednesday. Moves like that never daunt you because you've played in front of 60,000 at Celtic, because it is a massive club, isn't it, Sheffield Wednesday?
It was a big club as well.
I got relegated at Sheffield Wednesday.
Did you?
League 1, didn't League 2.
Got a few relegations, haven't you?
Right, come on mate, tell us about Sheffield Wednesday, what a club.
Yeah, it was brilliant. We actually just got a takeover, so it was a guy, Chanziri.
Few quid for you then, young man.
Well, fortunately, yeah, I got chucked in. It was Andy Rhodes was the...
That's Jordan Rhodes' dad,
Jordan Rhodes' dad, He was the goalie coach at Preston, and he was at Wednesday. So I think that was my way in. Like I say, in football, sometimes you need a bit of luck. You know what I mean? The right people at the right time.
Yeah.
And
I've never had that, mate.
I did 3 times. No, he got me in there, and obviously they were spending a few quid, and we were going to have a proper go.
Was it a few big names playing for Sheffield Wednesday that day? Did they bring a few in?
So we ended up signed, so we went Barry Bannon, signed Forestieri.
Oh, he's a player, isn't he, Forestieri?
Very good. Then we ended up signing Hoops, Gary Hooper. He was brilliant.
Was he? What, finishing?
Very good. I'm not saying he's as good as Larsson, but you know, the way you're thinking, he's no far off. Not finishing.
If you get a chance, he's going to score
you don't realise how good you are playing with him. Until I started playing with him, I was thinking, Hoops is top. Like,
is he?
Yeah, very good.
Brilliant, love it. A few people have actually said that I've been on here that said that Hooper was top. Carlos Carvalhal was your manager. I think Aidan told me a few horror stories, man. Is he a bit eccentric?
Yeah, he is.
Any examples?
There was one time we went through a sticky patch and we hadn't won.
That's not your boxers, is it?
No, it was I went through a bad run and we lost like 4 on the bounce or something. And the owner used to come in and give us team talks. He used to say, my son, he in Thailand, he crying, he watched the Sheffield Wednesday game, he crying. I was like, we're crying as well, mate, we've lost 4 in a row.
My son's crying.
But he'd be there and Carvalhal would be like that. To the lads, don't say anything, you know what I mean? Because the lads would be like, shut up, do one, you know what I mean? How are you owners coming in to give speeches in the dressing room and that?
I love that, man. What about Carvalhal? What would he say?
So he was fuming, we had lost a few, we weren't even playing good. And he come in, right, and he had these glasses. But he come in, but he never had them on, had them in his pocket. And he went, today I am finished. And our lads were like, he's been sacked. Had enough of him. So he was like, today I am finished, I am done. And obviously went on, all yous, you blamed us. All yous have got to be sacked. I am finished. And we were like, got it for you, mate, but I mean, shit happens, you lose a few games. And he turns round, right, faces the wall, and he's got these, the top man specs. No, it's not got the glass in it. Puts them on like that, I swear to God, it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Puts them on like that and he goes, this is the new me.
So you meant this guy's finished, and this guy's
finished. He's like, this is the new me. We got like these top man shades on, and we got all the lads. I swear to God, I think I was sitting next to Hoops. Me and Hoops, not under the table, we were like that.
Oh mate, that's amazing, man. Would you take the piss out of him?
But before that, I'm thinking, imagine a few of the lads had said, I wasn't playing or something, and went, I forgot you were shite or something.
You should be sacked,
you've not been good enough or whatever. He just turned round and went, this is the new me. And we were just like, oh my God. You know what the WhatsApp group's like when the lads go back to the restrooms?
Brilliant, man.
The glasses with the nose and the moustache and that. The lads are putting like Photoshopping them on the manager and that.
Brilliant, man. How was Big Fletch, Stephen Fletcher and stuff like that? Because Fletch can be a ruthless man, can't he?
Fletch is, what a guy.
Great guy, Fletch.
Brilliant. And he was, when he first came, he just had bad luck with the injuries. It's good to see him now. He started banging all the goals, but we had him and Hoops up front, and I thought, we're flying here. Well, that first season, we got to the playoff final, we played Hull. I was thinking, that was our chance, you know what I mean? Because we had Hoops and Forestieri up front, and Bannon in the middle, but we played against Hull, and it was like Snodgrass. It was that Hull team that got relegated.
Andy Robertson,
Livermore, Huddleston. They just knew, because we were a good football team, but they just knew on the day how to stop us, and I dare say if we had played any other team at Wembley that day, we would have been in the Premier League.
See, Fletch, like when you were younger, he would key managers a bit, man. Is he still like that now? Is he mere chilled now?
Nah, he's mere chilled.
Is he?
Mere chilled.
What about Bannon? Barry Bannon, good player?
Bass is brilliant.
Technically brilliant, didn't he?
Technically brilliant. Just couldn't get near him. He was Gordon, I give it to Gordon. You know the film?
Was he? What is that, Jimmy Grimble?
Jimmy Grimble. So I said, it's called him and Grimble. If Baz was the playing, it was Forestieri. I was like, Carvalhal, should they shape me? And I swear to God, it was like, basically, you go there, and then you pass it there to get Baz in space.
To get Barry on the ball.
Barry on the ball. I was like, give it to Gordon.
Playoffs 2 to 3 years you were there. I said one final. How good are the playoffs? They're brilliant, isn't they?
It was class. Some atmosphere, because obviously we had a massive following that day, and Hull never even brung that many. They had like patches everywhere, and our end were packed out. I've just gutted we never got up.
Right, and then need to ask you, Joey Barton, Fleetwood, how was he?
Really good.
Was he? What? Is he a good coach?
Really good, really good. Not so much. He lets like other boys take training and that, but in terms of like tactically, like shaping up his team, he's really good. Like and then meetings speaks really well.
I seen a meeting, mate, where he was speaking. It was brilliant.
Really good. Like tactically, he's got some brilliant ideas and that. But obviously, he's got to remember. I think he'll be better if higher up the ladder. You know what I mean? Because I think he was too good for like some of the League One lads were just like, but in terms of setting up his team, you've got like Clint Hill there, Barry Nicholson's there.
Barry Nicholson there, is he? Right.
But you could tell Joey lives on that line, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it's just like you don't want him across that line.
Have you seen him cross it?
Yeah, I've seen him cross the line a couple of times.
Scarier than Keane?
The boy James' husband is at Blackpool now.
Right.
And he was like, called him Swiss cheese and that, didn't he? He was like, that winger's going through you, you're like a bit of halloumi. That guy's going through you like Swiss cheese and that. He goes up and then he says, he's not got past me and that. Joey goes through, gets the computer. Apple Mac bends down like that and goes like that. He goes, look at this. And it was shite defending, to be fair. Just gets his computer, Apple Mac computer, and just goes.
What, and drops the computer?
The computer. But he was raging. Just like the Apple Mac bang against. But he wasn't like.
Ranting and raving,
no. But sometimes he'd come in and you're thinking he's going to have. But he'd be dead calm. He'd be the one calm and everybody else did.
That's right. They ever give you a bit about Rangers and Celtic? You ever speak about it?
No, because they had done him and Hilly and Barry Nicholson, Rangers men, weren't they? It was basically just me and Stephen Craney's there as well doing the development.
Stephen Craney, right?
So it was every time the Rangers Celtic matches are on, They were giving it a bit. And they put, is it Penny Arcade Rangers have? They put that on before the games, didn't they?
Who Joey Barton that, didn't it?
And I was like, you.
How come you left?
Well, basically, they had the first good season. Like, I came in, because I had done my knee at the end of Sheffield Wednesday. I was doing my rehab, the physio was there at Fleetwood. So I went in there and obviously ended up doing my rehab there, and Joey was like, done a bit of training, he was like, come and play. And I played loads of games. Come the end of the season, basically we couldn't agree a contract. Just it went on and ended up he signed Coetzee, Paul Coots, Ched Evans, and obviously at that level, we've not got a big budget. Just didn't agree on it, and I came back in for a month. He went, come back in for a month and we'll get somebody out. And ended up never got anybody out.
And how was it when you left? Was he alright with you?
He was alright, yeah. He was just like, listen, I wanted you to come in. He says, but that's football.
And then I've been trying to get you a team for months, but finally it's St Mirren, mate.
I know, I was texting you left, right and centre.
Trying my best, mate. How is it? St Mirren, good?
Really good, I was training, but Goody let me come in and train to keep fit a few months back. And obviously they got a few injuries there, and obviously you need a bit of luck.
How is Goody? Has he changed since he was a madman as a player? Seems calmer.
He is calmer, No, he's obviously a young manager. He's got to make mistakes and that, but he comes across, speaks really well, good coach. Likes to take all the training and that. They've got some good players at St Mirren as well.
Oh, is that right? Who
the standard's much better at St Mirren than
Fleetwood.
I mean, that level, it's
not a big difference.
No big difference, but I'd say standard and training and me trying to get up to speed the last few weeks.
Is that? So St Mirren, good. Who do you like the wee boy McPherson, didn't you?
Wee Cammy's a good player. So they're all good players, you know what I mean? Just like at this level, I think Scottish players, they didn't believe it enough, you know what I mean?
Didn't believe in themselves,
that's what I think.
You never had a fucking problem with that, did you? And then what about coaching? You going to do it?
Well, I've done my B licence,
Enjoy it?
I'm going to go to my A. To be fair, I've not done enough of it, but I don't want to get mixed up. I don't want to be, some people get half doing the B and then you're still playing.
Yeah.
I just want to all in playing footy, and when I'm done, I'll be a coach.
And are you going to be a manager or a coach?
I'd like to work with younger players, maybe a youth team, development team. I think I'd like to start off doing that.
Brilliant. Boss, what a man, thanks very much.
No worries.
Cheers mate.